Turn a new leaf by thanking the Lord. Turn in a new leaf by ascending. Turning in a new leaf of thankful and gratitude. Turn in the new leaf by being humble before the Lord. Turning in the new leaf by installing Him beyond measures. Turning in the new leaf by, my God, releasing every burden. My God, there was an altar call. God is saying many of you are needing to get down and allow those things that once, my God, was taking root in your life from a way that was negative to be giving over to the Lord. It does not matter if it was things that was hurting you from past situations of never working out, or things that you probably try to deal with in your own strength of how you wanted to show up about it. God saying He's seen it detail for detail. There were certain seasons of my life, child, I was going through situations where people and finances and all type of circumstances. But God, in the days of my life where I'm transitioning in Him, and He says, I want you to trust me, I had to give those things over, because a lot of those things were being targeted from affliction through spirits that I wasn't able to see. And so God is saying the spirit of jealousy, the spirit of mammon, the spirit of deceit, He is uprooting, as He is the off-root spring of David. He is the generational cure to that curse. And so God says, when you're planted on fertile soil, baby, you will get a on a firm foundation. You will produce a fruit necessary. Some will be 30. Let's paraphrase it. Some 60 and 100-fold. When you trust the Lord, the great I am Yahweh, as Jesus is in you, resting in thee, because we be children of God, we have already overcame them, because greater is He that is in me than he that is of this world. I heard the Lord speaking to a fig tree of my old season. He spoke to that thing. He said, wither up and dry out. And as I experienced what the dryness was, I was like, Lord, it feels like something is tearing from me. It feels like something is dying. Why do I feel like this? But yet every time I look around, all I see is beautiful. All I see is, my God, everything that is of a garden of life. How do I look and see on the outskirts of your reality that you're giving me? It's looking like new birthing, but yet there was a darkness that I'm perceiving and discerning. What is this thing going on, Lord? He says, my child, that is transitioning. My child, that is breakthrough. My child, even though I haven't spoke to you in the way that you're comfortable with, I'm still showing you I'm with you. He says, do not wrestle with doubt. You got to want to wrestle with the thing that Jacob wrestled, which was purpose, and that landed him a blessing. He walked out of it with the pain in his hip, but my God, he got to say a testimony about he seen God on that situation. And so these certain circumstances from the past where we used to blame people, or we would spend time in areas of our life explaining what's going on between me and that person, in this season of our life, God has said, I'm strategically ordaining and guarding you. I'm aligning your steps for you to see me in a way where that old season of your life is going to have to be transformed, renewed, where you're going to have to lean on me. You're going to have to trust me. Isolation no more. He says, I got you out of hiding. He says, there are certain situations that's calling you to enjoy them. There are certain situations where I'm causing you to be seen. He said, there are situations that's needing the gift that I placed on the inside of you. He said, I need you to understand that I am going to guide you. I'm going to guard you. I have already walked up ahead of you. As I hear the Lord say, prepare a place for me. As you do so in your heart, your territory is being enriched. There is such a seed offering when you obey the Lord. And so, my God, when you step out on faith, God is saying you walk by faith and not by sight. That means you have to lose the comfort and everything being seen in a way that you're used to. And I'm telling you, y'all, God has been shifting our focus in so many ways. Everything is changing. You have to just find the wave, find the new, find the you that God purposed you to be. And then you got to push the enemy back and tell the Lord, I am choosing who you purposed me to be. I'm not the same young girl that I used to be. I'm not timid anymore. I'm not the troublemaker. I'm not the problem. I'm not the blame. I am not the defeat. And if I'm talking to the king in the same way, vice versa, you got to speak to the situation and and you have to release the arrogance or the pride. I hear the Lord saying, he says, humble hearted. He says, least in the kingdom will be the greatest. As you choose to go forth, there are blessings with your name on it awaiting you. Jesus is with you. He says, bring forth the new you and do not wait on a person or somebody to, codependency to be with you, to tag along, to gear you there. God says, I'm your +1 and I'm already in you. He says, I'll meet you at the finish line.